Hey, hey, hey.
I thought more people would be on right now.
It's all right.
Oh, let me not play this song because you know niggas get real vulgar over here. So I don't be playing.
Oh, no, okay.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Just starting jamming out with some music. I'll show my face soon. I look crusty, but that's okay. I don't care. I've been sitting in the same spot, just chilling. I feel like time is just going by so fast. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Girl, time to get those kids out of school already.
Right? I'm just like, where did the time just go? So I guess I'll get this started. I don't know. Everybody else will hop on when they hop on, I guess. But I just wanted to go over my GBP NTD pair, and that was it. And then I wanted everybody else to start marking up their charts and showing their charts. But I spent too much time doing mine. But the last session we had, everyone marked up their charts, and I was so happy. So let's just clear this. I'm recording, right? Let's see.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, cool.
What's that supposed to be about, baby? All right, everybody on? Cool, cool, cool. Let me show my face. If you guys want to see my face. All right, so pretty much with this NZD pair, I looked at it on the weekly, guys. I was like, I'm gonna look at this on the weekly time frame. I just like to look at, honestly, what looks best to me, like what I can see better. And then I make my judgment based off of that. And so pretty much the daily or the weekly was pretty awesome how I was able to see it. So if you were actually to start this on the daily time frame, I started it by drawing this trend line here. Oops.
Yeah.
I started by drawing this trend line here. But then also there's this minor trend here. But really and truly, what I see when I look
Can I ask you a question before you get this, get started back up? Like when I see it looking like that little short piece where you did the second line at, I get kind of scared because I don't know if you see how it's bouncing up and down, like sort of.
Where?
Where you drew the second line.
Hold on. Sorry, my computer is freezing. Sorry. Okay. Like here.
Yeah.
That's
I thought,
flag, but you gotta let me finish explaining it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, so there's a mini trend here, but pretty much what I see here is market structure in the way that the market pretty much works. And that's with market structure. The market will create an impulse, which is this. An impulse is where the market, you see the market is going in a solid trend. There's not much drawdown. So this is a solid, what type of trend is this?
Downtrend?
Yeah, so it's a solid downtrend. So after a downtrend or any trend, after a downtrend or uptrend, so after a downtrend, this would be considered the impulse. You have your impulse here. Well, actually, I know what I could do. Every time I get on Zoom, my computer just is like, oh no, you do not need to use Zoom. This is your impulse, pretty much. And after every impulse, there's a correction. And after every correction, there's the continuation. So right here, what we're seeing is an impulse. And then what is this?
Correction, baby.
Okay. So that would be your correction. So what are we looking for now?
Are you drawing a flag right there?
Yeah.
So when we say that flag pattern, I forgot what we do on that. Are we selling out so we see the flag?
Okay, so there's an impulse, a correction, and then continuation. So what
Wait
this
for the breakout.
yeah, so this is the impulse, this is the correction, and this is the continuation. So it broke out of pretty much this trend that was here previously. There was this little uptrend going on here.
Oh yeah, I see it. Mm-hmm.
And then it broke out of this and created this flag. My computer is acting funny. So, okay. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, I can't with the ads on this thing, man. So pretty much what it did, what it created right here was a retest. So pretty much if you look to the left and if you draw your zone or your line, you can see that the market came here multiple times and pretty much didn't want to do much. You can bring it down a little. You can bring it down to any one of these. Yeah, this is actually pretty nice. So if you look to the left, you see here, if you look to the left, price came here, didn't want to break. Price came here, didn't want to break. Price came here and dropped down. So price ended up breaking this line, guys, came down and retested right here, and this would be a perfect sell.
Wow.
I gotta take that MACD off, it's annoying me. So yeah, the market moves in this type of pattern. It creates an impulse, a correction, a correction, and then a continuation. And that's same with an uptrend. It's gonna create an impulse. We wait for the correction to happen because the market can create an impulse and then come right back down and go the opposite way. So we don't get into any trades until we see an impulse and then a correction. And then you will see the continuation. So a lot of people might see an impulse. They might see a large candlestick, just a huge candlestick happening, and they want to get in for their buy or their sell just because they see this. And as soon as they get, can everyone mute yourselves because the background noise is too loud? So pretty much, I forgot what I was saying.
You're saying about the trend.
Yeah, but I can't, see, that's how bad my memory is right now. So pretty much anyways, the correction is going up, it creates, okay, that's what I was saying. When a lot of you guys probably see a huge candle just shoot through, and then as soon as you see it shooting up and you want to automatically start buying. It's not going to work that way because as soon as a large candle just shoots through and pulses up, it's always going to create a pullback. This is called a pullback, a retracement, or a flag, or your retest. Those are all the words that this could be used as. So when you guys see that large candlestick going up and you want to get in for the buy, and then all of a sudden, as soon as you get in the buy, you're getting massive negative now. You're getting negative, 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 and just keep going down, down, down. And that's because a flag or retracement has to form after every large move. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's how market structure works. So after every impulse, there will be a correction, and then there's the continuation. So impulse, correction, continuation. Impulse down, correction, continuation. You're never just going to see the market just shoot all the way down. There will always be that correction and then continuation of the impulse.
What causes the correction?
I don't know, to be honest. I'm only 8 months in. I'm no expert, guys. I just follow what the educators are saying. But I have no idea. I just know that it's market structure. So that's just how the market works. Before trading, understanding market structure is really what helped me become really great at trading. because I didn't understand market structure at first. I didn't realize that the market did this and had pullbacks, which is why I was never understanding why every time I got into a trade, I was in massive drawdown. It was just going down, down, down after it was just going up. I'm like, how the heck is it that every time I get into a trade, it's just going down, 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 down? And that's because I didn't realize that a correction has to be formed before the next continuation. So pretty much here, I looked at this. I saw that this impulse happened. It came back up here and corrected, and I'm expecting a massive drop. Yesterday, from here, I got in like right here, and I realized, I mean, I got like 200 pips. I'm maybe like 2 something. I'm still in the trade. I'm taking this thing till it gets to 7,000 pips. I don't care. So pretty much, to measure this, you can always measure your trades also with your Fibonacci's. But hold on, let me go drop to a lower time frame. Awesome. This looks bang diggity. This looks so good. So pretty much, this is actually a messed up looking flag. I don't like this flag. But it can still get the job done. So pretty much what I saw here when I dropped down to a lower time frame, you see this was the big impulse. We're not even worried about that anymore. We're worried about what's going on in this flag here. That's what we're worried about. Let me make this shorter so that you guys don't get confused. Okay, so pretty much what we're seeing here is this nice flag, and this keeps this pattern is just happening in this flag. So pretty much what we're really waiting for is, if you didn't get in here already or you didn't get in here already, what you're waiting for now is for and even on all the time frames, a lot of impulses and flags are always created. So when I saw that huge impulse and flag on the daily time frame, and I dropped down to the 4 hour, and I see another impulse, this is a deep flag. So the deeper the flag, means like the higher the pullback, that means the deeper the drop is going to become, the continuation. If that makes sense. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this was I went on the 4 hours so I can get a tighter entry. I saw price was down here, and then it came up here, and I said, this is a great place for me to enter, because I already drew my resistance up here, and I said price came to this area and resisted, and I got in right here for all these pips. Yeah, so it dropped massively. It just, while I was on that webinar, it just dropped 300 pips. And that's awesome. So what I'm really waiting for now is, this is actually a really good setup with this nice impulse in the continuation flag, because now a massive drop is going to come. So if I go back to the daily time frame, I can measure how far the drop can possibly go by using my Fibonacci's, how we spoke about that last week, Monday, I think it was, or whatever Monday it was. And yeah, I think it was last week. So pretty much for fibs, if it's a downtrend, you're going to bring your fib from the top of the trend to the bottom here. And it pretty much measured this pullback. Most pullbacks go to either the 38%, the 50%, or the 61%. Those are the 3 main numbers that we're expecting the pullback to go as far up. And that's why I don't get nervous when my trades get pulled back, because I pull out my Fibonacci's and I'm like, oh, it's only been a 23% pullback. There's a possibility it can go up more. So I'm not freaked out. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so pretty much now, to measure where how far the next impulse is going to go, you're just going to drag this down, the 0%, down to the top of the pullback right here. And pretty much your take profit would be at this this 0% line. So my take profit, I'm just going to create a line. I wouldn't put it exactly here. I'd put it up a little bit just in case the market doesn't go all the way down. I'd put it maybe up just a little bit. So that can determine a nice little take profit. This is like 7,000 pips though, because I'm on the daily, maybe. Oh, not that much, 1,600. Oh, I was on the weekly looking at it, that's why. Oh, 16,000 pips. 1,600 pips, what am I saying? 1,600 pips. So this is what the next move we can expect to be a huge, massive impulse of 1,600 pips.
Wait, hold on. So will it take a day or a few couple of days to make that 1,600?
Time frame. This can take months. That's the thing about swing trading. You got to just be patient. But rather than it could take a whole month to get your 1,600 pips. This took 65 days to get 2,300 pips.
Can I ask
Okay.
you a question? Would you put that in as a sell limit or a sell stop?
I just do market execution, but you could do whatever you want. It's a sell. It's just wherever you would put it in at. I do market execution for everything. I don't usually use sell stops or sell limits that much. It depends on what strategy you're using, because the teacup strategy, they use sell stops and sell limits. I just trade on impulse. So when I look and I see and where it was supposed to be, if I get my alert that tells me, oh, such and such is up here, you know how I told you we set alerts?
Yeah.
So
And call level.
I don't, that's all I do. I set alerts and then I'll get in the trade. I don't really set sell limits and sell stops.
Wait, isn't this alerts like you have to pay for that, or is it comes for free with the trading view?
You have to pay for alerts on TradingView. I don't use TradingView alerts. I use call levels.
Call levels?
Mm-hmm.
Is that an app?
Yeah. I thought you were on our other sessions when we talked about that.
Mm-mm.
Were you on the last Monday session with Eris?
Oh yeah, but I think I got off really soon.
He went over the other app. Is called Swish something. Swish. I forgot. There's another app that he uses too that does alerts. It's called Swish something. I don't remember.
Oh
Swish
yeah.
Forex. I think it's called Swiss Forex. That one is cool because it's unlimited alerts. Call levels only lets you use 5 alerts, but I don't have that many trades I look at a day, or in a week, so I don't even use all 5.
So you said switch alerts and call
So it's
levels?
called Swish Forex.
Oh, switch Forex. Okay.
Yeah, and then call levels.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So yeah, if you were doing a sell limit or a sell stop, Deja, I don't usually use those too often, so I couldn't really tell you exactly what you want to do. But if you want to do a sell stop, for example, say price was down here, say like none of this happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason why I don't use them is just because you don't know where the market's going to go ever. So if it gets you in a trade and the market goes the other way, I'd rather get an alert rather than a thing. But say the market was down here, none of this happened, like none of this at all. And you were saying in your head, okay, I have a feeling that when price gets up to this area, like in this box, this area, when price gets up to this area, it's going to go down. So you would set your sell limit right here. So when price touches here, you got that sell. But me, I would set an alert right here. And when I get that alert, I'll go look at the trade first to see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could have put a sell limit right here, and the market could have just did this, and you lost all that money, or wherever your stop loss would be. My stop loss, you guys remember? Do you guys know where my stop loss would be? Or where would you put your stop loss, really?
At the last low?
Well, this is a downtrend, so it would be at the last high.
Oh, at the last time, my bad.
Yeah, but I would put my stop loss anywhere above this trend line, because I know once price breaks out of this trend line, it's no longer pretty much valid.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because it broke above the trend. This is our solid downtrend. Everything is stuck. It's staying in this trend. So once it breaks out of this trend, it's no longer valid. It's going for the upside. So that's why I don't use limits or pending orders. I just set alerts, because you could have got in right here and the market would have and then if the market went that way, you would have gotten knocked out of the trade, rather than if you would have put an alert, you could have just got your alert and then looked at the trade. But it's all up to you, your preference. A lot of people use sell stop and sell limits. There's nothing wrong with them. I just like to be super cautious. Also, what else was I gonna say? Okay, so to determine, so what I'm expecting, because we obviously don't know where the market's gonna go. What I'm expecting, like I said, is you see this impulse to correction and another continuation to happen. But if the market decides, I'm just gonna go on up to the buy side because of pricing and just the GBP pairs and NZD. If the market decided to do this, this would be considered an impulse. And what would you be waiting for to get into the buy, guys?
A flag.
Flag.
Exactly. So you're gonna wait for a flag. So a flag, all the pairs are different. So your flag could be formed like a nice actual flag. Some of them they form really nice. They'll be like flags like that. Some of them create flags that actually go back down like this and then go up. And then some of them, oh, what am I doing? Wrong thing. Some of them break out. Oh my gosh, create these type of flags and then go up. But you're pretty much just looking for that retracement. So pretty much all this would be your whatever candle is your bullish candle, meaning your up candle, and pretty much all these would be your down candle, and that's your flag. And then you get your continuation. So does that make sense for you guys with market structure?
Sure does.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so who wants to mark up a chart? So yeah, let me show you. So pretty much I got into this trade right here. I think it was actually somewhere like over here because it was Sunday. I marked up this chart on Sunday. I saw this happening and this was already here. So I said, oh, look, the market is creating lower lows. That was my first thing that I noticed. I said, the market is creating lower lows. When the market creates lower lows, meaning it started here, then it got lower, then the next little impulse would be a little bit lower and then drop on down and then it will be a little lower. And that's how a trend is created, because when the lower lows are created, that's how you can make a trend, because it just keeps going on down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So pretty much I noticed that the market was creating lower lows right here, and that's why I told you I kind of just acted on impulse. I saw the lower lows creating here, and I said, okay, I'm just going to get in for my sell. It was retesting nicely right here. I'm like, this thing is retesting this little area right here, and I got it for my sell. I got in Sunday. This drop happened last night. Imagine a lot of you guys will get into trades and only hold your trades for 5 minutes and get out because you think that it's in the wrong. So I was in this trade Sunday night when the market opened, and I was just consolidating, just sitting here. Nothing's happening all day. I didn't even check my trade because I just didn't care, because I know the market doesn't really move on Sunday or Monday. And then I heard about the NZD news. I checked and I said, oh, that's exactly. Because news a lot of times still goes with the flow of the trend. But I had a super tight stop loss because I already checked news, because I checked Forex Factory before I put in any trade. And when I checked Forex Factory, it said there was going to be GBP news and NZD news. And I was like, dang, that's a lot of news on the same pair that I'm doing. But that's why I have a nice tight stop loss. My stop loss was literally like right above this, I think. Yeah, it's right above this. It's still. Let me go to Forex Factory really quick. So yeah, I checked news, and look at all this news that happened yesterday. And this is when it dropped 200 pips. It was when that NZD news dropped right there. And look, there was GBP news today. Oh, look, NZD news again tonight. Jesus.
That was 263 pips in 5 minutes, Kay.
Right?
That is like awesome. Super, super.
I know. So the way that the market works is, see, like I can close my trade out now because you see how it's just bouncing off of this area, and you see how there's NZD news again tonight. So what that NZD news can do is possibly shoot the market back up, but to this trend line, and then keep continuing its downtrend. Does that make sense? Oh, let me draw my flag back so you guys can see my flag. But yeah, guys, I want you guys to mark up your charts now. I just want to show you guys how I had analyzed, GBP NZD. I literally just look for the easiest setups. When I see a nice impulse, I see a nice flag, I get excited. I'm like, yes, I don't have to overthink a thing. I just think about Stevenson, impulse flag, continuation. And that's what I saw, guys. And what else was I going to say? I think that was pretty much it for this. So who wants to start sharing their charts?
I don't know how to share. How do you share your chart?
What kind of phone do you have?
Android.
That's fine, but like I don't know what kind of phone. Because I would have to you'd have to look on Google because I think Imani had the same problem, but I told her she'd have to look on Google because I don't know. I only know how to do it on my iPhone. But I know you could possibly share your screen though. You should be able to share. What kind of phone do you have?
LG.
No, like what type of Android?
Oh, I'm phone illiterate. I really don't know.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh, I know how to do it. Leilani showed us last time. If you go to I gotta look at my phone. He did it for us last time. I have to go and zoom on my phone really quick. Hold on. What's that supposed to be about, baby? Hold on, I'm sorry. Zoom. How do I join the meeting? 832 810. Okay, so if you click share content, do you see that on your screen, Deja?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, if you click that, it should say, oh, I gotta stop sharing my screen. Okay, click that.
Okay, I
And
did.
does it say screen?
No, it
Oh.
says you cannot start screen share while other participants is sharing.
Try it again, because I just clicked off. Try it again.
Okay. Okay, I got it.
Okay, click screen.
While I have a second, if y'all could check the chats, because I can't really talk right now, that would be awesome.
Oh, okay. You see it, Deja?
After I click the share, do I go to, what do I choose from that?
Does it say screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, click screen.
I did. Okay. Let's start now. Okay.
What's it doing?
It says permit drawing over other apps.
Say, yeah, I guess.
This permission allows an app to display on top of other apps.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
There we go. Okay, now go to your MetaTrader. Show us your
chart.
And
okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
That look okay?
Yeah, your thing is clean. Oh, we can help you take your stuff off. Oh, so you have it on your line chart right now. That's nice. I like how you have it on your line chart so you can see so you can actually see where your support and resistance is.
That's real nice. I like that. I was trying to figure out how to do line charts on TradingView the other day.
Yeah, I like it.
I didn't know what else.
So what you would probably fix your trend line because it's not really touching anything, but your support and resistance is A1.
Okay, so what do I move? Do I move the long one up a little?
Yeah, move both of them for now, but move the long one up a little, and the bottom one you're gonna have to fix that one, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna do that.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to get a new trend line. You could just move it, I think.
Let me see. Trying. Just a second. Come on. Don't let me do it. Okay. I hate when this phone be tripping. Don't let me move.
Click it twice. I forget. I think Curly, she's the good one at letting us know what to do with MetaTrader.
There it is. Jeez. See me trying to move it, it won't move. Go
Was
and
she?
do what it's going to do. Ah,
Okay, so that bottom one, you see how that small trend line that you have there? You see how you have that small trend? Make sure your trend line is below that. So for a downtrend, your trend line is above the trend, and for an uptrend, your trend line is below the trend. Does that make sense? So move that little trend line down. Oh, and you could put it back on candle so we could see the wicks when you do that.
like that?
No, like you see how it's move your trend line over to the right.
Click on the dot. You see how the three dot? Yeah, there you go.
And then move the top one. Move the top of like the top of the dot, so you can have an actual trend. Yeah. Now bring it back to the now bring it to the candles. Good. Now bring your trend line over. Move your trend line.
Touch the middle dot so you
Yeah, I
can
think
move
you have
it
to
over.
touch the middle dot to move it.
I'm trying, it won't do it.
Click it
I
again.
know. I be having so much problems.
Okay, just get a new trend line. Delete that, and we're gonna get a new. Okay, look at that. Perfect. That's much better. And you could put your candlesticks back on.
Okay.
Cool beans. Yes. What is this? GBP USD, and this is on the daily time frame. Okay, so if you're the way that you have your chart set up is actually really nice. I like how you have your nice support and resistance. Okay, so what you're seeing now and what you're looking for, this top trend line kind of throws me off a little bit. Can you move that top trend line? I don't think you have to draw the trend so high, probably. Right now, it's just trading in a type of like a zone.
Should I go down?
No, because you don't want to cross through candles. So actually just bring it all the way to the top where to the left. Keep going to the left. To the left.
Oh shit.
It's okay. Yeah, just bring it to the wick. Okay. Bring it to the wick.
I'm
Just
trying.
like it's okay.
I'm trying. This phone does what it wants me. Oh my goodness. I'm trying.
Yeah, that's good. Practice makes perfect. Okay, cool. Just like that. And you could kind of bring the bottom of this, touch the bottom of the bottom dot and bring it up a little.
Oh, up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Come on.
It's all right.
Oh.
Don't get frustrated.
I can't do it.
That bottom dot it's not allowing you to move.
It's not letting me move.
Oh, actually click your screen twice. Click it twice or something. I think Curly said something about that last time. Okay, now try moving the dot. Oh, okay, that doesn't work. I don't know then. Trading.
Yeah. Okay, now you could try to touch the trend line, the long one. There you go, and touch the bottom dot.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now move it up a little so it can touch the top of that last high. Oh no, not. Oh yeah, I see. That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Extend it out. Bring it up just a little bit more so it could touch the top of that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, use the top of that orange candle. I think it's orange. Yeah, bring it to touch it. There you go.
Like that. And bring your trend line all the way down.
Touch the bottom dot. Touch the bottom dot and drag it down.
Perfect. There we go. Okay. So that's great. That's what we're looking for. So pretty much here, you've got lots of options when it comes to this, because first of all, with your support, what's this? Let me see. Move over to your screen to the left a little.
To the left.
Yeah, I want to see that yellow support and resistance that you have. See, it's a good area of support and resistance. Okay, yeah, that's really good. Okay, you can move back over. So, okay, drop down to a lower time frame. Go to your 30 or your 15 minute. Go to 30 minute. Oh, the trend line's gone now.
I don't know why I keep doing that. That's why
I think it's a MetaTrader thing. Have you ever tried TradingView yet on your phone?
No, is that an app?
Yeah, it's because that's pretty much what we mark our charts up with. But because MetaTrader always changes, like it moves the trend. This is annoying. Okay, go back to the 1 hour.
Okay.
Yeah, you might have to try using TradingView on your phone. What?
See what I'm saying? That's what
Okay, so something must be wrong with your app. I would delete it and put it back on.
No, that's how it is. Like that's how it
I
is.
my phone all the time.
Yeah.
Do that.
It do that on MetaTrader 4. You could drop all your stuff on like a higher time frame, and as soon as you go lower, man, it be.
Oh,
all
I
over the
know
place.
that, but then when I go back to the time frame I marked it up on, it's back to normal. It doesn't just this completely just changed the entire trend. It went from.
That's what I was trying to ask you earlier because it's been doing me like that for the last week or two.
So then
Mm-hmm.
you gotta
It
use
does.
something else. You're gonna have to use TradingView. Download TradingView on your phone because you won't be able to use MetaTrader.
Okay, I can't really hear you, but I understand what you're saying.
So download TradingView on your phone.
Okay.
We might not be able to get through that today. There's only 3 minutes left on this call, which is annoying. I can't believe it went by that fast. But does somebody want to mark up a chart or show me their chart? Deja, I want you to get it, download TradingView on your phone and mark up this same chart on TradingView how you did here, because that was a really good markup.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do I stop the share now? Let somebody else go?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, Caitlin, I got a question. I can't get in my right now, but this is the question I have. You said if you mark the charts up, or whatever, like in MetaTrader 4, because I mark all my charts up in TradingView.
Yeah,
TradingView, and but when I go to MetaTrader 4, like the price action is still different. Like say if they swipe trade, sit out something.
Yep.
And you mark it up in TradingView, and then you go
pricing,
to
right?
MetaTrader 4. The price.
Yep, and I'm glad you asked that question because pricing is always going to be different based off of your broker. But the pricing is it's not going to be a significant difference, but there will be a difference because of your broker, depending on the spread that you have. Some people have brokers where their spread is 400, which means the price is going to be completely different from where somebody else's price that has a spread of 3. So the pricing is going to be a little off and a little different. So when it comes to swipe trades and you putting your trade in and for your entry, you don't necessarily have to have it at that exact price, because sometimes they probably say like it already passed your entry, right?
Right, and I think that's how I blew my account.
Yeah, you have to actually make sure you're looking at your sort of like your market. So the price will be a little different based off of the, because I have different brokers and I can look at the same chart and they'll be different prices.
I can't hear you. Somebody was saying.
Deja, you gotta move yourself. I'm moving. Oh, so I have 3 different brokers. So when I look at my 3 different brokers, I can look at all the same pairs and they'll be at different pricing, and that's because of the broker and the spread.
Okay.
So yeah, thank you for bringing that up, because a lot of people don't realize that and they're so confused. But price will be different, but not by much, but it will be different.
Okay. Well, I've been listening in. I'll be back next week though. So.
Okay. Yes, I love when you mark up your charts.
Are we gonna come back, Kay, after this minute? Because we got to hang up.
Yeah, I think we should, because I want more people to mark up charts.
Yeah, I'm in a trade right now and I need help. Because I think I need to move my stop loss into profit, because it looks like it's still like trying to creep up. So I don't know.